What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slasher here. We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are.
And we're super excited. A little bit behind on this one. Again, we don't normally react on the weekends anyway. But with illness, moving, so on and so forth, we're another day or two behind. But was looking forward to this one. Even more so when AViVA said this was one that she felt like the two of us were really going to enjoy.
Yes.
So, not that we've not enjoyed any of her songs, but I do like the more vengeance, spiteful AViVA, for sure.
I just like habit traps.
That too. Witchy vibes all the way around. So.
And witchy Scrabble.
On trees.
Trees.
And bonfires. And that makeup was fly. Okay, anyway. We're here.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we're going to react to this as if you guys have already seen it. If not, click the link in the description below, hop on over to all the things, come back, and we say it because we're a commentary, reaction, breakdown comedy channel. And what that means is we will pause for any and or all of the above. So with that being said, it is time to slash it up and break it down. This is AViVA with our theme song, The Saint and the Sinner. Saint and the Sinner. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's not our theme song because it just had to be the sinners. The Saint and the Sinner. We're excited though.
Definitely.
Let's get it. AViVA.
I thought you were going to miss it this time.
Hell no. 100% can relate. That's how my head has felt the last couple days.
I'm sorry. I also kind of like how it came in with the almost choir sounding, you know, large cathedral sound, only for the new age.
Right.
Yeah.
She's gotten here in the bed for the last few nights.
My sinuses.
Every cough makes it feel like my eyeballs are going to explode. It's not fun.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm sorry.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, if you're being demonic and somebody looks at you like you're a saint, it means you probably found the right person.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I love the makeup running and the blood on her face. What did you do?
Like, we've accepted each other for the absolute insane people that we are. And it has been perfect.
He just looks at me like I'm the most adorable little demon he's ever seen. You know?
I'm like, oh, I love the way you're skewering those little people.
Right. Baby, what did you need the oven preset to?
Right.
Right. I'll get the candy out. Yeah. So much fun.
Right.
Strange. Stop looking at me like I'm gonna lead the way. Searching for the light. Everything that I thought I knew, torn into pieces by the truth. There's no wrong or right. Everything that they said about me, guess you'll say you're a saint and I'm a sinner, but I'm desperate for the light. Been in pain, but not a quitter. In this everlasting fight, you're a saint.
I took that probably the exact wrong way.
Uh-oh.
Because she said I'm not a quitter. So I'm taking it as, like, I'm not going to stop being a sinner. I am not a quitter.
Right.
But she meant it as, like, she's not going to quit the fight
for
to
the
try
light.
and be better.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I-
no, that is still quitting. It's just quitting something different.
Or the way that I was kind of thinking of it, which is like, I'm going to drag you down with me, but you know.
Right.
I don't know, it's warmer down here.
It
I
is.
just kind of appreciate that.
We've got cookies.
Right.
Unless you don't
I mean,
like
like,
cookies.
So the first couple of phrases in this song, like, I get the idea, though, in terms of, like, I'm a sinner and you keep looking at me as a saint. Now, from the way that this song is structured so far, I would guess that that's it, kind of more in a relationship setting where it's more like the person sees her and she can do no wrong kind of thing. Which, to me, by the way, just because I'm me and I'm jaded, is obnoxious. It's obnoxious. But as a public statement in terms of how everyone views you, I do think that it's a bit... It can get exasperating and old for people to look at you like you're naive all the time. Just based on your looks, your lack of communication, you know? Now, I'm not saying that, like, you should be the Antichrist and people...
No. Damien had it right. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm saying, like, it can go either way. Like, people can look at you like you're a harlot and should wear the, scarlet letter on your chest, and you could be the most saintly amongst us. And I just think that it's a very, like, quit judging books by the covers, although the covers are some of the most pretty things about...
Let's be real,
book.
the covers...
I judge books by the cover all the time.
The covers are the reason that we're attracted to things. It's not just with books. It's like that with movies,
right,
or video games.
The artwork is killer.
That we've watched enough horror documentaries now to know.
I like some gold leaf.
That, like,
too.
Especially in the 80s, you had to have a creative box art on the shelves to make people stop to be like, "Hey, I wonder what that's all about." Even if your movie sucked, there's a chance somebody watched it because your cover was so cool.
Yeah.
Now, one of my favorite things that happens, though, and I know we've probably talked way too much, but I cannot pass this up, is accidental things. Like, where I've paused this. Because the angel wings almost look like hands.
A t-shirt.
No, for me...
It looks like she's, like...
The angel wings almost look like hands, like she's wearing those, like, designer gloves, and she's like this.
Uh-huh. I mean, like, I could see what
if
you're
your
talking
fingers
about,
can
but it looks like she's... I don't know. She went into a dressing room at Victoria's Secret and tried on a t-shirt that was way too small and is now stuck. And that's the look. Yeah. I may or may not have had that experience before. Yeah.
In this everlasting fight, you're a saint, and I'm a sinner. Picking up the pieces, still can't explain why there's only silence after flooding rains. You are my reasons why I walked away, but I'm still over here wondering if I'm insane. Searching for the light. Everything that I thought I knew, torn into pieces by the truth. There's no wrong or right. Everything that they said about me, guess you'll say you're a saint and I'm a sinner, but I'm desperate for the light. Been in pain, but not a quitter. In this everlasting fight, you're a saint and I'm a sinner.
Her angel wings just went up in smoke.
I know. I kind of
She
like
lost.
the ephemeral quality of the angel wings this entire time. It's almost like that mirage that she's not quite able to grasp. And, the everlasting fight, the fight between angels and demons and darkness and light and so on and so forth. I do like how this song is structured and worded.
Hey, Steffi, do something cute. We got AViVA fans to impress. Get up and dance.
Not likely. You're not paying her enough. She only works for Crumpled Ones and
Wet food.
Wet food, definitely. I also like that she's keeping her voice really on the softer side.
Right.
Just because of the nature of the message, the pain that she's fighting through. Although I would say the one place in this that maybe I don't relate is you can tell that she's not stating that she's a sinner in a I'm owning it kind of place. Like, she is still searching for that light. She's still trying to be the saint that the other person is or sees her as. I don't know. I guess just in the context of this song, it does not feel to me as though this character is standing proud of being a sinner, which, again, I'm not saying you guys should be or should not be. Like, to say that you're a sinner has negative connotations because of religious connotations associated with it. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Somebody gets me.
Can you hear it? Can you hear my heartbeat?
Oh, girl. I'd see a doctor.
You're a saint, and I'm a saint.
I'm just saying, if your heart is beating,
I said, girl, go see a doctor.
if your heart is beating in like heavy metal
Resonating
tones,
bass, yeah.
palpitations, arrhythmia, something.
If there's
you
that
may want to have
buzz, it might be a
looked at.
heart murmur. That buzz, dead giveaway. It sounds like a old-fashioned washing board washing machine. It's not a good thing. I actually love that. I love that bass coming in there. I love how that was done. All jokes aside.
You're a saint, and I'm a sinner, but I'm desperate for the light. Been in pain, but not a quitter. In this everlasting fight, you're a saint, and I'm a sinner. You're a saint, and I'm a sinner.
I really like that one.
It's my favorite song off the album so far.
So, aesthetically, I also like that the tips of her hair being yellow, but the way this was framed almost made it look like she was in flames part of the time. And also, the running mascara plus the blood she had swiped on her face ended up looking like war paint by the end. Or at least a version of war paint. So you get that whole been in the fight type concept look. I don't know. I really liked Nightmare a lot too. I really liked Nightmare. And again, this one, it just has a different vibe to it than Nightmare.
So, maybe not in the way that she has either intended or meant for herself, but this is the song of hers I actually most relate to.
Okay.
And, well, at least at one point in my life. When I was a teenager.
So way, way back.
15 years ago. No, hold on.
A little bit longer than that.
About 18 years ago now. 19.
That would put you at the end of your teenage years, right?
Right. It was when I was like 16, 16,
Okay.
17 years old. Maybe even a little bit. No, shit, this might have been 20 years ago. Anyways, I went to church. Okay. And
No, not once, y'all.
Not once.
He had
No.
been going his
I-
entire life up to that point.
I grew up in the church.
Yeah. The way you phrased it, though, sounded like you went to church once and
And I caught on fire.
yeah, exactly.
No, so-
door slammed shut. Started raining toads.
I was a very shy, pulled back kind of person. I didn't talk to people. I didn't open up to people. I kept to myself. And a girl who was also
Dun dun dun.
the youth pastor's daughter
Oh.
was the first girl to ever open up to me. Also the first girl to ever friends
To
on me.
ever?
That's another story for another time. So,
So she opened while she closed.
right.
For any Harry Potter fans.
So there, I kind of had this mentality where she was the saint, I was the sinner, because just because I grew up in the church does not mean I had a very Christ-like mentality.
Right.
But
In fact, I think it often emphasizes that we do not have
Right.
a Christ-like mentality.
now, with that being said, I was trying to be more kind, more Christ-like.
Mentally as well as outwardly.
I wasn't trying to hang myself. Anyways, so
That is not what I meant.
I wasn't sacrificing myself for nobody.
Right.
So anyways, so I can relate to the trying to find the light side of this
Right.
in who I was, especially at that time, but to be honest, it was for all the wrong reasons.
Right.
Now I have since jumped off of that path and have ridden my red dragon down to hell. And
I'm kind of more of an omnist, honestly.
an omnibus? Maybe.
I mean, it just means somebody who doesn't subscribe to any one religion but finds that there's truth in all of them.
Right. So, anyways, I didn't find at least partial happiness in life until I just learned to accept who the fuck I
Right.
was. And also learned that, like, whoever is going to be with me and whoever I'm going to have to, whoever I'm going to be with.
Who I'm gonna have
Have
to
to be
be.
with.
Oh well, that ends tonight's discussion, y'all.
No.
I hope you enjoyed watching this. You won't see him back here on this channel.
I told you it's her channel. But no,
And this is why I
was-
relate to Nightmare better.
it was just going to have to be an accepted thing.
Right.
Like, I was no longer going to try and change who I was for anybody.
Right.
And, I mean, I've personally never expected anybody else to change. I mean, when you fall in love with somebody, you fall in love with who they are,
Not who you hope they.
not who you think they
become.
might end up being.
Right.
But yeah, so I can kind of at least relate, at least in a teenage sense of
Well, I still.
technicality of the words.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of this that I relate to. It's certainly not that. Just even the couple of points that I threw out there in terms of being in a relationship where someone sees that you. And it's not necessarily someone sees that you have no faults. It's the you can do no wrong mentality that I find obnoxious because I know that that's not true. So, I don't mind being called out if I'm wrong,
Right.
or if I did something that hurt someone. But I don't want to be like held on a pedestal, in terms of you're a saint, because I know you're lying. I know you're lying. But also just in general, that sort of judging a book by its cover, and either you're a saint or you're a sinner, but nowhere in between kind of concept. But I mean, I relate to more of it than just that. And again, I do love how this was filmed in terms of like how it came across with the lyrics. I love how it was written. I love the continual fighting sort of spirit for what it is that she's seeking. And
World
not
domination.
necessarily, it didn't sound like she was necessarily going after this saint. Just realizing that they were two separate people, and while that person may hold her on a pedestal, she's just saying, well, you don't see me for who I am, what I've done, and honestly, I'm just too busy trying to figure out what's going on in my own head to explain to you why I left you behind when you don't even see the real me kind of thing. But I do absolutely love the vengeance spirit, spiteful spirit behind Nightmare. So I'm still gonna go with Nightmare off of this album so far as my favorite. This would be a close second though. Yeah.
All right.
She's done it again, y'all. Not that we didn't expect her to. This was fabulous.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Definitely, yeah. Definitely good. Definitely. All right. Rain Man moments aside. If you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, or ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below, what did you think of AViVA with the Saint and the Sinner? Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys would like to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
That being said, we love you all. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you to pray people later.